Does anybody really even care what a Quibi is? Let alone, did we need all these extra streaming services that nobody's going to pay for right now?
Ladies and gentlemen, hiss and foes, welcome to the Culture Casino!
So from an article that was a few days ago, actually on March 27th, we were introduced to the idea that there's several other streaming services that are about to launch, and for whatever reason, some of the analysts believe that this is the right time for that to happen. I would strongly disagree, and I would probably suggest that the streaming war ended a month or two ago, just because of what we're dealing with right now. Anyway, the title of this article is Dare to Stream. Quibi, Peacock, and HBO Max ready to launch as economy staggers, but TV viewership skyrockets. That's a lot of words there in a headline. This has 3 contributing authors, so I'm not sure why it needed more than one. But hey, I mean, these people are probably sitting around with lots of time on their hands. From the article, I will read, as Americans shelter in place, with many spending most or all of their time at home each day, 3 new streaming services are prepping for launch: Quibi, Peacock, and HBO Max. They are hitting the market as a stomach-churningly weird time for the world and for the companies and investors who own them. As it turns out, though, quarantine has already set robust television and streaming usage levels through the roof as we all look at our screens more than ever. That's very true. With the big bucks backing and quickly shifting marketing campaigns subject to fast-moving public health events, the respective offerings from Jeffrey Katzenberg, Comcast, and AT&T have taken solace in the viewership surge. The big bet is, in these times of uncertainty, will they score or play a bad hand? Interestingly enough, I suspect that this is not a good time for any of these services to launch. I also think that some of them were ill-conceived, including Quibi, because of its short format with a lot of out-of-touch stars that we've all recently realized have very little to say of substance, because they lack the depth to be interesting beyond the superficial. So we'll see. I could be wrong. I doubt it. Anyway, continuing on with the article. This might be the most unique moment in history to launch a streaming service, said media and entertainment analyst Rich Greenfield of Lightshed Partners. The price and value of these services is incredible. On the other hand, a cable industry vet who has closely tracked the newbies as well as the likes of Netflix and others worries that economic realities may prove a harsh awakening for Quibi, Peacock, and HBO Max. I think that's more likely. The amount of infrastructure that you have to put in place to begin with and the expense of the programming, that's a lot of money. And it's a lot of continuous money for a long time. As we all know, Netflix has been just forking over tons and tons of money for years now. And they have a lot of investor support, not a lot of profitability. In fact, I would say they don't have any profitability, but again, that's my opinion. People are losing their jobs. There are mass layoffs here and all over the country, said the exec, citing mass unemployment to close to 100,000 confirmed things I can't talk about cases that have essentially shut down huge swaths of the U.S. economy until at least the end of April. That's wrong. We've got at least another 2 months of just sitting around, guys. Hate to break it to you. People are worried about buying toilet paper and paying their mortgages. They're going to start cutting off and cutting back on non-essentials in their life, not adding new services and monthly costs to their credit cards. That's the bottom line for most people outside of Hollywood, the person added. that is a very strong and accurate opinion. I'm not sure anybody's going to want to add any new streaming services at all. Anyway, a different opinion here. It's not how many services people have, it's how many they will pay for, said Bruce Leichtman of Leichtman Research Group. Quibi's mobile-only service will appear April 6th. Yay. Offering a 90-day free trial followed by a price tag of $5 a month with ads and $8 for an ad-free version. Sounds like a Hulu scam to me. Having lost the big platform of the now postponed Tokyo Olympics this summer, Comcast Peacock still debuts on April 15th, so in the middle of the month, for its own subscribers, and then on July 15th for everyone else, with a price range from free to $10 a month. And that much-hyped Friends reunion being on hold, like all productions, AT&T's HBO Max arrives on a still unspecified date in May, likely toward the latter part of the month, at $15 a month. That is a lot of money. $15 a month. Unless you're replacing HBO with this service, and unless all of the programming is the same with HBO plus something else, that's stiff. Anyway, like broadcast and cable networks and established streaming players like Netflix, the shutdown of production and the halt of live sports has created a massive upheaval for the three new contenders. Quibi had to scrub its red carpet launch party. Peacock and HBO Max would have seen heavy promotion at NBC Universal's and Warner Media's upfronts, which they didn't have. The postponement of the Summer Olympics in 2021 denies Peacock, the postponement until 2021, so for a full year, denies Peacock of an unmatched launching pad for liquid. That's absolutely true. Right now, chances are you have one of three, or possibly two of three of the main streaming services, being Netflix, Amazon, and possibly Disney+. You may also have the companions that come along with a pay channel from either Showtime or HBO or something similar from either your cable or satellite provider. I can't imagine people signing up for new services right now. I guess I could be wrong, but I don't see it, and especially since the majority of the programming that's going to be hitting these services are mostly in the vein of things that people are now soundly rejecting and heavily politicized, and really aren't adding any additional programming to the streaming services that they might already have. I could go on. This article is incredibly long, but I don't see any reason to continue going through it. I would suggest, and this is a suggestion from me, find out what you actually pay for, because many of you may not realize that you have lots of different streaming options through your cable or satellite provider or even your fiber provider. A lot of you don't realize that you're paying for that digital service anyway. Also, keep in mind that with Amazon, you can add a streaming service or subtract a streaming service almost on a whim as far as a subscription goes. So if you wanted to add HBO for a month, you could do that through the Amazon channel. They call it channels. And you could do that and add that right away. Not to mention the video on demand stuff that's available either through Vudu, through Roku directly, through Amazon. Those are unmatched. So I don't know why you would need any of this other stuff, but I don't know. I know that short format garbage from celebrities that's heavily politicized will be soundly rejected. I know that the numbers for the live streaming versions of some of these talk show hosts or whatnot have been lightly attended by audience members. Anyway, let me know what you think. I don't believe any of these newcomers will be successful. I think Peacock is the worst name for a streaming service ever. I mean, unless you named it like Joe's streaming service. But anyway. All right, well, I hope you guys are all staying healthy. Please don't get this thing. Wash your hands. All right? Thanks for visiting us today. Have a great day. And I will see you next time. Thanks.
Thanks for visiting today. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can, as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.